Hi.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Nolan.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
Merry Christmas. My name's Adele Quo.
Merry Christmas. What a nice way to start the
Happy
show.
holidays.
Yeah, it's the holiday season.
It's
the holiday season.
Our, show number 2 in December of 2016, the last month of 2016. How they've flown by very
fast.
quickly. They really have.
They really did.
Hope you're getting ready for the holidays and everything is not too far out of control yet. And we'll try to keep you on keel here with this edition of the Arlington
Don't
Weekly
drink
News.
too much
Our
eggnog.
news and community, take 2, community bulletin board. And of course, Adele is here with
It's Easy Being Green.
Indeed it is. Denise Pringle and her reviews, our News for Seniors segment, and then our very own styrofoam mom, Miriam Gennari, and another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. And that's our show. But before we go, a social media reminder from my partner.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News. And yes, the number 1. Also, facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. Craig.
All right, gracias, Senor Pineda. Here we go with the first of our news items. Arlington County Police are looking for victims of a man who is in prison for fraud. 42-year-old Wilbrod Frank Lucamilawa, I'm sorry about that, is known to have stolen his friend's credit cards and to have lied about being a medical professional. He was arrested in Arlington while he was robbing an apartment in November in the 2500 block of South 9th Road. He has a criminal record that extends back for years. If you have any related information, Crime Solvers and police, Arlington Police are asking for your help. Give them a call. Number should be on your screen, 703-228-4237, or you can email pmarceles@arlingtonva.us. You can also contact Arlington County Crime Solvers at their TIPS number, 866-411-TIPS. That's 866-411-8477. Daniel.
And Craig, if you're a fan of drinking beer and eating food while watching movies, then you may be interested to know about changes at Arlington Cinema and Draft House. They are known for hosting comedy shows and mainstream movies. Well, starting in January, they will shift to featuring art house movies. Their discount days are also coming to an end, but the interior furniture will be upgraded. Those changes and more are based on a survey filled by Draft House patrons. You can learn more about the Draft House at their website. That's at arlingtondrafthouse.com/drafthouse. Craig.
And Daniel, also in our news items, an Arlington-based elementary school, Discovery Elementary, has recently received an acclaim in local media for their net zero energy status. The school was a bit pricey to build, around $34 million. However, it is saving almost $80,000 a year in energy bills and providing extra energy for local low-income families. Both ABC's Channel 7, WJLA, and Fox 5 DC have discussed the school recently in their news reports and even interviewed some of the students who explained what the concept is and how it is helping the county. Discovery is Arlington's first net zero school, so we offer our congratulations to Discovery Elementary.
Absolutely,
Good
Mr.
stuff.
Nolan. Congratulations goes
Daniel.
out to all of them. Well, Craig, over the summer of this year, Arlington Educational Television created a documentary about the Summer Literacy Academy. You can now see the video following rising 8th graders from their initial training through to a capstone event at Bus Boys and Poets. Visit their website, that's apsva.us, to learn more and watch their video. Craig.
And finally, an Arlington resident was recently honored for his contribution to horse racing. 90-something-year-old Randy D. Rouse was awarded the F. Ambrose Clark Award for the American Jumping Racing's one of their highest honors. He is known for supporting the National Steeplechase Association in the 1970s, which ushered in some important innovations and continues to establish records in that area. Rouse became the oldest trainer ever in North America to saddle a thoroughbred winner, and he continues to train horses. According to an interview that he had once given, had previously given. He proclaimed, "I will never retire. I may wear out, but I won't rust out." So we offer him our congratulations as well. All right, we'll be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Adele Quo and...
It's easy being green.
Here's Adele.
Hey, Adele.
Well, thanks, guys. Welcome to It's Easy Being Green. My name's Adele Quo. This little fella over here is Joe Tree Frog. We're excited to celebrate our plants native to our Chesapeake Bay watershed. Not only do they provide great beauty all year long, but also become useful at this time of year to bring the outdoors in and embellish our homes through the season's holidays. By taking a winter walk to collect natural materials, the deciduous leaves have fallen and bright red berries, cones, and seed pods are everywhere. Make a wreath using Mid-Atlantic native plants this year that will last through the holiday season and compost after the new year. First, gather an abundance of large, bold southern magnolia leaves and several branches of coniferous greenery. Suggestions include number 1, the fan-like foliage and bluish cones of Atlantic white cedar. Number 2, eastern red cedar with pale blue berry-like seeds. Number 3, the soft, slender needles of eastern white pine. Number 4, the aromatic, lacy-looking foliage of American arborvitae with small reddish-brown cones. And number 5, the very short needles that are striped underneath with tiny pine cones of the eastern hemlock. Next, use a natural straw, grapevine, or needle wreath form. They come in many variations in sizes and shapes, all using natural materials. Or you can try to make a base using 2 wire coat hangers. You wire the hangers together and cover with floral tape. Now, create your base of greenery. My hands down favorite, start with any species of southern magnolia, leaves which are coveted for wreath making. The large, bold, leather, lustrous leaves with contrasting velvety, rusty brown undersides make a wonderful background for the finer textured foliage of coniferous evergreens and berries. Use lightweight floral wire or a hot glue gun to secure the leaves or branches to the wreath base. Overlap the stems and keep adding stems until the wreath base is fully covered. And for the finale, secure festive decorations, again with floral wire or hot glue gun, such as our native winterberry and American holly, which provide those bright red berries. If you're up for a color twist, try the lavender purple berries of American beautyberry. Maybe try some native red twig dogwoods, available in red and yellow stems. Position a few acorns and pine cones, which are found everywhere. And for pizzazz and conversation starter, include sumac berries, sweet gumballs, and the magnolia seed pods with or without the rose red seeds. Voila! Remember, it's easy being green, celebrating our native plants of our Chesapeake Bay watershed.
Good stuff in there.
Great.
Lots of them around here, you know.
There
Lots of really
are.
cool evergreens around here. We were talking a little bit before the show
heard.
about this kind of pine tree that has these really cool needles. I don't know what it is.
Next time you'll take a picture
take
on
a
your
picture
winter
and
walk,
send it to
but
you.
it sounds like
And we
you
can-
found quite a bit to make your own wreath this season.
Well, there's a lot of stuff out there, especially the holly berries this time of year. They're really cool. And here we go with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file from the hard copy. News for Seniors glasses in place here. The Art Institute Washington's campus is offering a free college-bound program. Local high school juniors and seniors can take free college courses at the campus. The program helps students explore college-level courses in the arts, fashion, and culinary studies. Saturday sessions match the existing requirements of college-level foundation courses offered at the Institute. The college-bound courses are free for students who complete the university's admission application and essay requirements. That's a good deal. Daniel.
And now on to our second CBB story for tonight, Craig. Well, the Arts Institute of Washington has launched a new business networking initiative, Working Lunch, which allows businesses and community leaders to have a complimentary lunch with their clients or co-workers at the Art Institute of Washington. The Working Lunch is held on Wednesdays from 11:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. The special menu prepared by the Art Institute of Washington students and staff includes seared Norwegian salmon, crispy pork belly, and much more. Sounds delicious, Craig.
Yes. Those two together on the same menu? Sounds good to me. This holiday season, the Art Institute of Washington wants you to create something and share it with someone less fortunate. The students and staff of the Arlington Institute and ASPAN, the Arlington-based organization dedicated to ending homelessness, are helping the homeless by providing meals and good cheer, and they're asking for your support. They need volunteers to make or bring gifts such as clothes like sweaters, jackets, scarves, hats, and food items like cookies, cakes, and pies, or other personal items including toiletries, games, purses, and wallets. This event will take place December 12 at the Arlington Temple United Methodist Church. Lunch will be served from noon to 2. They're located at 1835 North Nash Street, and the group is expecting to serve over 100 people. So that's good news. Daniel.
More good food, right, Craig?
Yes.
Well, Craig, the county also wants you to help spread holiday cheer by becoming a Secret Santa. The annual Secret Santa program supports kids in foster care and low-income disabled residents, seniors, and families. You can donate gift cards of up to $25 or checks of any amount from now until Friday, that's December the 16th. Mail or hand deliver your submissions to Secret Santa Program, care of Kurt Lyric, Department of Human Services, 2100 Washington Boulevard on the 4th floor, Arlington, Virginia 22204. You can designate a beneficiary organization or leave your offering undesignated. Remember to write the gift card value, a return address, or email to receive your tax form and thank you letter. Craig.
All right, Daniel, and that's it for CBB. We'll be back with news for seniors right after we hear from Denise and her reviews. Here's Denise.
The Little Theater of Alexandria continues its tradition of presenting A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens as its holiday offering. This year, Michael J. Baker Jr., who has played the lead 5 times, is directing. It's the classic story of Ebenezer Scrooge, the miserly businessman and landlord whose greed has blinded him to the appreciation of friends and family and fellowship during the holiday season. Christmas Eve finds Scrooge, portrayed by Tony Gilbert, at his office with his clerk, Bob Cratchit. His refusal to burn more coal in the very cold room, his hostility to the townsmen collecting money for the poor, his rudeness in declining his nephew's holiday dinner invitation, and his outrage at his employees' expectation of a paid day off are all testimony to his total lack of Christmas spirit. His opinion of the entire season, in his own oft-repeated words, is, "Bah humbug." He goes home and to bed that Christmas Eve. In his sleep, he is visited by the spirit of his old business partner, Jacob Marley, who tells Scrooge that he has wandered endlessly for the last 7 years since his death, dragging around the overwhelming chains of his own making, the product of his own life of greed and avarice. He tells Scrooge that he will be visited by 3 spirits. Throughout the night, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future do pay him a visit. They remind him of his early, happier life, give him a glimpse of the present lives of his nephew and his wife, and of Bob Cratchit's family, and foretell what might become of them, including an early death for the fragile Tiny Tim. Scrooge is horrified when he views the dismal circumstances he has the power to prevent. Scrooge wakes up early Christmas morning and begins his journey toward redemption. He becomes a sociable, generous, and benevolent benefactor. A compassion for the poor and a hope for societal change influenced Dickens to write his book in 1843. It has remained a popular Christmas story ever since. Rejuvenate your holiday spirit by seeing A Christmas Carol at the Little Theater of Alexandria through December 17th. I'm Denise Pringle, filling in for Rich Masabny. Now back to the news desk.
There's only a couple of them here. I read one, you read one. All right, thanks, Denise. We appreciate
Thank you,
your
Denise.
reviews. Moving right along now, as promised, our News for Seniors segment. News for Seniors glasses in place. Here's another holiday food presentation by the good folks at the Virginia Cooperative Extension. They want you to share the holiday spirit with friends and family and to share it the right way. They'll share ideas for healthy desserts and beverages that you can taste for yourself. That will take place Monday, December 12 from 11 till noon at Langston Brown Senior Center. They're waiting for your call to reserve your spot. Number should be on your screen there. Give them a call at 703-228-6300. Daniel.
Craig.
Yes. Your turn.
Well, it's nice to have personalized ornaments on your tree for the holidays. Well, they evoke special memories as they add beauty to the festivity. You can create a wonderful Christmas ball for 2016 to decorate your tree or give as a gift. Materials will be provided. And all you have to bring is inspiration and your own artistry. That will be on Monday, December the 12th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon at Lee Senior Center. Just give them a call. That's at 703-228-0555 to let them know you're coming. Are you coming, Craig? Sounds like a fun event.
Could be. You never know. I have to check my schedule. And finally, in our News for Seniors file, well, the folks at Walter Reed Senior Center are inviting you to come sing along as the Evergreen Piano Violin Duo perform some well-known holiday favorites. The words to the classic tunes that they will be performing will be provided, and the key and lyric sheets will be there so you can sing along. There's nothing to stop you from singing along. They'll have everything you need there, music and sheet music, all of that good stuff. If you just want to listen, that's okay too. Either way, it should be a lot of fun. They'll have some apple cider and light refreshments afterward. This all is coming up Wednesday, December 14 at Walter Reed Senior Center from 11 till noon. Only an hour for that? My goodness, all that fun in just 1 hour. To find out more, give them a call. Here's their number, 703-228-0955. And that's our News for Seniors file for this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. We'll be back with sign-off after the next edition of Sustainable Scoop with Miriam Gennari. Here's Miriam.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. One of the hottest topics right now that people can't stop talking about is immigration in the United States. The word of the year for 2016 was xenophobe, and that is going to be explained to us by my guest today, Smokey Stevens. Can you tell me a little bit about the film that you just put together?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. My film is entitled America, an Immigration Nation. And in this 30-minute documentary, we show and describe the history of immigration to America, and we describe the 4 great waves of immigration that occurred throughout American history. Unlike other films on this subject, we also show how nativism began in the middle 1800s and how it affected almost every immigrant group that came to the United States.
So these are all important facets of your film, but one thing I really want to understand is what prompted you to make this film? Was there a moment where you decided that you needed to look deeper?
Yeah, after the failure of the passage of the Comprehensive Immigration Reform Bill, which was a bipartisan bill of Republicans and Democrats to address the immigration problem, that bill failed, and the Republican-controlled House refused to bring that bill up for a vote.
So you wanted to bring light on this. You wanted to bring some light to the history of immigration in the country. So let's talk a little bit about these 4 waves. What were the 4 waves?
Well,
how did they unfold?
Okay. Well, the first wave began in 1585 with the forced migration and immigration of millions of slaves from Africa. And the number of slaves that were brought to America outpaced European immigration for 200 years. From 1585 through the middle of the 18th century, African slaves were the dominant people who were or who migrated to the United States.
And there's a lot of history and influence that took place in their lives because of that. But because we're so short on time, keep walking me through that.
Okay. So that was the first wave with the forced migration of millions of slaves from Africa. Beginning in 1820 through the middle of the 1800s, that's when we found or saw the first surge of European immigrants coming through the country. That was the second wave. From 1880 through 1920, over 27 million people from Scandinavia, Europe, the Far East immigrated to America via Ellis Island. And the fourth wave of immigrants, or the fourth wave, occurred in the middle 60s when we had the first surge of non-Europeans coming to America, which were Hispanics and Asians.
Okay, and all of these immigrations took place, the development of the word nativism, and how did that impact the people who lived in the country and their perspective of the people who were immigrating?
Okay, well, the people that lived in the country were the nativists, because the people who, let's just say, the Irish, those Irish individuals who were born here in the late 1700s, early 1800s, when the new Irish started coming in the middle of the 1800s, between 1820 through 1860, those American-born Irish did not want the new wave of Irish to come into the country. So they actually became the very first nativist against their own people. But all American sentiment and that nativist sentiment was not just focused in on the Irish, it was focused in on the Chinese, who were here doing not slave labor, but the Chinese virtually built the Transcontinental Railroad. And then we had the Italians. When they came in, they were also, so most ethnic groups that came into the country at that time were viewed as interrupters of the American system, which created that feeling of nativism. We have to protect ourselves from everybody new coming in.
And this seems so contrary to what America is supposed to be about. Bring us your weak, your needy, your helpless, and we will give everybody an opportunity.
Yeah.
So people have seen your films, and it sounds to me like the results are a lot of great conversation. Tell me about the reception.
Well, we completed the film in September, and we had our initial screening at the Prince George's Community Station, the other cable access station out in Prince George's County. And we had over 100 people attend the screening on that particular night. We passed out evaluation forms for them to answer certain questions about their knowledge of the immigration problem and what they thought of the film, and the response to our film has been tremendous. And we just did a screening last Monday at the W.T. Daniel Shaw Library in Washington, D.C., and again, the response was tremendous. But what I found was a lot of people have immigration on their minds, and we generally have a conversation after the screening, and I was really surprised.
Well, it seems to me like this is going to be an opportunity for a lot of communities to talk. So how can they learn more about you and find out about your film? Just a quick wrap-up.
We have a Facebook page at Immigration Nation 2016. Any activity that we are involved in regards to the film is on our Facebook page.
Excellent. Okay, so tell me again the name of the film.
The name of the film is America, an Immigration Nation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stevens, for your passion and your work on this film.
Thank you, Miriam, for having me.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
And I want to thank you for watching The Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari. Back to the news desk.
All right, thanks, Miriam.
Thank you,
and
Miriam.
Smokey Stevens. Well, that's about it. I
You're wiped out, right?
well, it's been quite a week
Long
so
show.
far. It's not over yet. But that's our show. Anything else to add, folks, before we go here?
Happy holidays.
Also,
Get all your shopping done.
Oh,
Yeah.
shopping.
All the
shopping.
shopping. Oh, my goodness.
Shopping, unbelievable. So that's it from our end. We hope you can get a handle on your Christmas shopping and have a safe and enjoyable time with your family and friends this time of year. And next week, if you're there, we'll be here and we'll try it all again. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.